Look, that's interesting. That's interesting. I see a lot of copy based around that. I see a lot of sales coaches out there talking about, I'm going to teach you the 7 methods I use to overcome every single objection and blah, blah, blah. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a fucking lie. Here's the thing about objections. When you truly understand the psychology of your prospect, the consumer, the buying psychology, when you truly understand how all this works, especially if you're a coach or consultant or service provider, you get to realize you cannot overcome any objection unless the person is ready to. You cannot overcome any objection until the person is ready to. Let me explain. At the point they give you the objection, something is stopping them from making that decision to buy your product, from making that decision to invest in themselves with you, especially if you're a coach or consultant. Something is stopping them from making that powerful decision to invest in themselves and use a service that you offer that's going to get them where they want to be, right? Whether it's your program, solution, course, whatever it is you're selling, or products, right? So at that point in time, whatever it is that is telling you as a story that they can't make the decision right there and then or invest right there and then is real to them. Having said that, there's an underlying reason why they're telling you that. Something you haven't uncovered, something you didn't discover, something you didn't address, something they're unsure about, they don't trust you enough. Additionally, there's a fear, hesitation, a doubt based on that. So your job is to take a step back and not power through the objection with all these archaic and colloquial sales techniques out there that these gurus are teaching you. I'm going to teach you how to overcome every objection, blah, 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 blah. No. Your job is to take a step back with love and compassion, understand what the root cause of it is. What is really behind the hesitation? What is really behind the fear? What is it that's stopping you right now from making the decision? Especially if you've gone through sales therapy, one of the things that teaches to verify that they know and feel and are ready to resolve the problem, and that they feel and know that the solution you just described to them is perfect for them at this point in time. So if they said yes to those two things and they give you an objection at the end, there's an underlying reason. Your job is to get to that underlying reason, and then guess what? You don't overcome it. You're not going to overcome shit until they're ready to. So here's what you do. You coach, you motivate, you inspire them through that hesitation, through that fear, through that doubt, through that objection. You get people out of the I can't, I won't, not today, I gotta think about it, out of that mindset into you know what, I choose me. You know what, today is the best day. You know what, I gotta fix this problem now. You know what, you does it make sense? Are you following? So that's how you overcome objections. There's no tricks, there's no sales technique ever on earth that can teach you how to overcome objections. I sold cars, I sold jewelry, I sold it all. Now there are sales techniques that can work in these cases. When I made the move to become a coach and consultant, if I used those same skills now, I wouldn't be where I am now at all. Especially as a coach or consultant, because you're dealing with people's feelings, people's lives, people's fears and doubts, and they're telling you some really important stuff. You cannot sit there and try to be a robot and use sales techniques. You've got to be in sync with your prospect and have a deep understanding of what they're telling you so you can coach them out of it. That is really the magic to having a good connection with someone, empowering them to rise above the story that they're telling you why today is not a good day, why now is not the right time, all those things. You can empower them to make that decision today and invest, especially when they have the resources to do so. Does it make sense? You cannot. And I heard the sales call. It was very salesy. You know that, right? And that's why they didn't buy. That was kind of an easy objection to overcome. But it's because you try to overcome it by sounding like a robot and not being deep. Your whole call was deep. You were connected, and when it got to the ending, you got salesy, and that's what lost the rapport because now you've killed it. Okay, it's like picture this. It's like having a great date with someone and they screw up the good night. Does it make sense?